Hey, welcome back to NewZeroland. We were given the coolest opportunity ever to fly to Italy and ride the new Energica Experia electric touring bikes around the Dolomites, and I shot a lot of video to share with you guys. I also took a ton of notes, so I'm going to try and answer every question you guys had about this bike. Energica entrusted us to make the ultimate Experia video, so we'll do our best. Yeah, we're here for the thing. We're like part of the press. Apparently we're journalists now. Welcome to Journalist Land. We were actually the only people at this event who own Energicas, so in a way we can look at this bike with a unique perspective. How does the Experia compare to our Evo Rebelles? A question I've heard a lot is, how tall is it? Can short people ride it?
Hold on, ready? No! I am so short.
So if you're 5'5" like Jen, unless you have tall boots or you lower the suspension, this probably isn't the Energica for you. It's not that much taller than the other bikes, but it is noticeable. Once she got it straightened up though, Jen was loving it. Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to NewZeroland. We're riding the Energica Experia today. And it's amazing! Oh my god.
Oh.
Squeeze!
Telling us, oh, dang.
There's no way. There's a bus up there. Yeah, this is crazy. Italy, you're crazy! Wow, he's touching the guardrail. This is insane. I guess they're at an impasse. The buses are trapped. Don't wait. Wait for the bus to. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. We gotta pass this bus. Okay. They're gonna think we're really slow. Wow. That view.
The mountains look nice too.
Oh, the handling is beautiful. It's just so comfortable. I guess because the bars are a lot wider and more high up. You get better leverage and it's just easier to flick around, but then also the weight being so much lower than the old bikes is just really nice. Flickable. That is the word of the day. How do you say flickable in Italian?
Flickable.
Wow, the snow.
Oh wow.
So much snow.
It handles the bumps nicely.
Yeah, really nice. Wow, it's really smooth. This is it's so comfortable. I'm not really a sport touring kind of guy, but this is nice. Seat is very comfortable and very narrow. The whole bike is way more narrow. They're explaining in the talk before that the frame was designed to be way more narrow than the previous models, and like the battery is more narrow. The weight is so much further down low that it just feels so nimble. It just feels like the lightest bike ever, even though it's the same weight as the old ones. It's just how they rearrange the weight and just Tetris everything together. So let me explain a bit more about this new battery pack design, because it's a big deal for a lot of reasons. First off, a narrow battery means less surface area on the front of the pack. So imagine the battery is like a brick going through the wind like this. Well, now it's going through the wind like this. Way more efficient. This also helps battery cooling. One issue with the current battery is that if you're using DC fast charging multiple times in a day, it'll heat up and your charging speed will drop. In theory, this could solve that. All these crazy shapes in the battery case design are there for that reason, but also for weight. The battery is mounted way lower in the frame, and it's weird to say, but it feels like the same weight as a Zero DSR, which is 150 pounds lighter. Lawrence was saying that, since the battery is pretty low, the ground clearance isn't that great, especially since you're sitting on it and stuff, so you don't want to ride it over like big rocks off-road and stuff. But the battery is sealed, so if you find some like river crossings that are decently shallow, so that you won't, scrape the battery on the bottom, you could. Yeah, so I'm very impressed with this bike so far. The power is insane, just like all other Energicas. It's not the crazy RS like 169 horsepower, but it is plenty fast. Let's pass this guy. Yeah, it's great. It doesn't even feel like our bike's in eco mode. It just feels like a really fast motor, but its own motor. Like it has its own characteristic in a weird way. So the new motor feels different. It doesn't accelerate like other Energica motors. This could be because it revs to 13,000 RPMs instead of only 12,000. Stefano explained that even though it makes less horsepower, the torque isn't that much lower than the other motors. Our Rebelles make 1,000 Newton meters of torque at the rear wheel, and the Experia makes 900 Newton meters, so that explains why it's still so quick. Also, something unique is that this motor is mounted under the reduction gear, which is another smart move to get the weight as low in the frame as possible. Knee down. Nope.
Nope.
Back to it, guys. New dash is nice. The speed with the little regen and power thing in a circle is nice instead of just a bar.
Yeah, bye.
See you later. It's really nice with the windscreen too. Like I don't really feel any wind buffeting or anything. I mean, I guess I'm not used to riding with a windscreen. How does this compare to your Rebelle's windscreen?
Like in the Rebelle, I need to bend over a little bit to hit that nice spot where it doesn't make noise.
Oh, right.
But this one, I just feel like I don't have to do anything. It just like
right.
I have to bend over a little, maybe as the same, but not as much as the Rebelle.
One of the biggest factors that determines your range on an electric motorcycle is aerodynamics. Every rider is a different size, so range on naked bikes like ours varies from person to person. Jen can usually go further because she's smaller than me and less wind resistant. The Experia aims to even the playing field. With the huge front fairing shielding you from the wind, it doesn't matter as much how big or small you are. You should in theory end up getting similar range.
Obviously, we're not able to try this out on the highway to see like what kind of efficiency it gets, how much energy usage it does like at high speeds, but I mean, how long have we been riding so far? And I'm still at 94%.
We had a couple of stops, but we've been riding for about an hour.
Oh yeah, I guess because of all the regen.
Oh yeah.
It says I have 500 kilometers of range.
489 over here.
That's insane.
And I have my heated grips on.
Jen has her heated grips on. It really doesn't make sense that I still have 94%.
All the regen.
All the regen. Ooh, this is cool. And there's people walking on top of this tunnel.
Yeah, there's a gondola that goes to the top of the mountains.
Oh, cool.
I saw one when we were at that stop. It's insane.
It's really hard to be unbiased in this video because Energica, number one, Energica flew us out here to ride these amazing bikes. Second, we're in the Alps. Like this is unbelievable. And third, the bikes themselves are amazing, and it's hard to say that they aren't. It's hard to find a fault. Yeah. Because they're just so good.
The scenery and the range were blowing our minds, but those clouds were getting darker, and we were about to see what the Experias were like in less than ideal conditions.
Good thing is I brought my rain jeans, so I'm all set.
At least you have boots.
Well, I mean, elastic-sided boots.
Oh no.
12 seconds later.
Oh yeah! Yeah! This is so cool! This is so cool! I love it! I don't know why, this is great! Like, experiencing all the weather that you need to for this vehicle.
Experia.
Oh man, they're good. Oh. Touring people are awesome, like rain or shine, they're like, I got this.
We did it, guys.
We did it, guys! We rode in the rain in Italy! Ha!
Yeah. Yeah! This is fun.
So good!
Alright, so some extra tidbits of information you might find interesting. The AC charger is liquid cooled, so no more noisy fan. And liquid cooling makes it possible to upgrade one in the future to a more powerful charger. The internal tank storage area isn't just a shallow place to put your phone, it actually goes deeper around the sides of the battery. I asked the Energica team what Born to be Wind meant, and nobody knew. Obviously it's a play on Born to be Wild, but maybe since this bike is all about aerodynamics and a big windscreen, something related to wind. Somebody brought up the proprietary 3D printing system Energica uses called Windform, so maybe that's part of it. I have no idea, and neither did they. I think the two biggest things about the Experia that stood out to me were how fast the bike was for only having 101 horsepower, and how light it felt for still being so heavy on paper. This bike is magic. And we were surprised to see that the majority of bikers in the Alps were on touring bikes. So the market is there, and with the insane range the Experia gets, with so many fast charging stations around now, and all that instant torque, it just doesn't make sense to ride a gas bike anymore. The time is now, people. Join us. But this wasn't the end of our Italian Energica experience. The next day we took a tour of the Energica factory, so stay tuned for that video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.